money and licensing out the window. Like, don't even worry about it. The question is, what cartoons or comics or mashups do you think that have the potential for fighting games?
And I think this got spawned because Mikey, our buddy, posted like, what if this was a real game post? And it was like it was all the Disney like princesses just brutally murdering.
Yeah, it was like Pooh fighting like a Disney princess.
Very cool.
So like, I mean, like if you think about it, like what kind of would be your iconic mashup? Because like, I mean, for me, for an example, it'd be like Kirby fighting like a Transformer. Like, how awesome would that be?
That would be pretty cool.
Wait, Kirby fighting I'm going to try to place this into my head how this would. Who would win though? Kirby must be OP though, because of the new Smash Ultimate. When they announced the game, only one person made it in the entire roster of Nintendo characters. Every person, Samus, Ganondorf, Link, every person that's ever been in Smash in their main cutscene from Nintendo, Kirby was the only one able to escape the big explosion fast enough. And I was like, that was so interesting that Nintendo made Kirby like the guy, like the king of all. And I was like, what would, I don't know what I'm sure Nintendo people who are smarter than me are going to be like, well, that's because Kirby
saved Nintendo.
Lighter than area,
yeah. I don't know what it is.
And we've seen like mashup games like Street Fighter and Capcom and Marvel Nemesis and all those type of things. But like, think about like your cartoon fighting, right? Like one of your favorite cartoons fighting another one of those.
Okay, Ricky's ready. All
right, so Street Sharks versus Biker Mice from Mars, I think would be pretty sick.
Wow,
I think that'd be amazing.
Dude, I can only imagine it's just one of the Street Sharks buffed up, dude.
Slamu. Good. That's a good one.
Yeah. I didn't even have that one written down.
But now you have to pick who would you want to win.
Ooh.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Dang, Street Sharks are pretty good.
Yeah, good call.
That's a good. I just found out that the Biker Mice from Mars Super Nintendo game is worth good money. By the way, I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Random Sci-Fi. I bought one the other day in a lot, and I got it, and I was pricing it. And I was like, ooh, okay, cool. $85 game.
Oh, 85.
Something like that.
Rick with NES games lately, he's just been like, oh, what is this? What is this?
I know.
He's like, how much do I have to pay now?
I'd probably want Biker Mice to win too, just because they're a little less loved. Right? Street Sharks, I feel like they're both pretty cult following-ish type of shows, but I feel like I always root for the lesser popular.
You might as well throw Battle Beasts in there too.
True.
Dude,
Battle Beasts. All right, wait, I wrote one down earlier. What I thought would be fun is a big thing when you think about Saturday morning cartoons. There's always like, well, which kid were you? Were you a Nick kid? Were you a Fox Kids? Were you a Cartoon Network? Were you whatever it is?
Oh, yeah.
So I thought it'd be cool to do like Fox. I wrote down in mine Fox Kids versus Cartoon Network, like in '90s, where you're taking those and you can select your player. And it's all the Fox Kids shows, the Eek the Cat, the Bobby's World, you know, versus all the Cartoon Network stuff. And I was like
versus Rugrats and all that.
Captain Planet versus Johnny Bravo.
Cartoon Network. That's Cartoon Network. That's Nickelodeon. I was a Fox Kids kid. That was my thing. Okay. I love when I watched a whole documentary about Fox Kids the other day, and it was like crazy how powerful nostalgia was during it. Every theme, every voice acting that came in that I forgot about, I was just like, oh my, like it hit me like a ton of bricks, just like remembering every single one of them. Deke, remember Deke?
Yeah.
Deke Entertainment had some of my favorite shows as well. It was just, it does it for me. But yeah, I would like the segment of those companies to be like a team. I think that'd be great.
There you go. Yeah.
Could you imagine like a Mickey Mouse fighting a Mario?
The two leaders.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Although isn't Mickey now or Steamboat Willie is public access now. Anybody can use him.
100 years.
Oh, no way.
Like
Or even like a
99.
Naruto characters just fighting around, like Dragon Ball Z characters.
I'm sure that probably exists somewhere. It's hard because a lot of the stuff felt like dream matches, right? Like when Smash first came out, it's like these are dream.
Yeah.
Like there's no way people would be like, oh, the next character should be this guy. And they're like, dude, they can't do that.
Impossible.
And then all of a sudden, Nintendo started dropping all these names where people are like, what? He's fighting Terry from whatever, from Neo Geo. And they're dropping people from every different franchise from different companies. So it's almost like that became reality. And I feel like changed. I was one of those guys that watched all the announcements always for what Smash was announcing. So that world is in my brain.
Chris, did you have
We're calling that a fighting game? Yeah. Smash?
We're calling Dr. Mario a good game. Vince gets mad every time I say it.
I think I would love to see Thundercats versus He-Man. Those are like my childhood.
Gosh, that'd be sick.
Now, Chris, pitch meeting. I'm a CEO right now. Christopher, come in my office. I heard that you wanted to pitch. What was it?
Thundercats versus He-Man.
Okay, what style of graphics are you thinking, sir?
Ooh, kind of like Marvel versus Capcom style.
2D.
No, wait, I'll take it back. I'll
The
do
new
Mortal
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
I'm gonna do Mortal Kombat. We're going bloody on this thing.
So you want it to be like those pre-rendered images that look almost CGI?
No, actually, that wouldn't work. It would have to be Marvel versus Capcom
2D,
style. Yeah, Marvel versus Capcom style.
Okay.
Yeah. And just picture Lionel versus He-Man.
Lionel versus He-Man.
Yep, that's the.
Who do you want to win? We had to ask.
Oh man, I mean,
I'd probably go Lionel.
I think I'd have to go He-Man. And they would; those two have just such epic. Like they could have their taglines, like "I have the power," and like when they come out, it could have like the cutscenes, almost like Mortal Kombat when they come out.
I've been watching a lot of Thundercats lately, and I never really dove into it much. I always forget in the first episode they were naked too.
Apparently, there's a new. Were they really?
Yeah, they're all naked in the first episode. I was like, actually, like, because I like, son, come check out 70s media. He came in, I was like, go out the other room. What's happening? My wife's like, what are you watching? I'm like, I thought I was watching Thundercat.
There's apparently our artist for t-shirts, Tom Ryan, he drew a new cover for Thundercats. Apparently, he showed it to me. So he has like a variant cover. They redid it. Like Thundercats asked him to do that. Whoever owns that franchise.
They asked them.
They asked him to do that. So it's a legit comic. And then he was telling me that they well, I hope I'm not saying anything that's not supposed to be said, but there's supposed to be
I gotta go.
a new Thundercats series coming out, similar to how they did, I guess, the He-Man series.
The Voltron and the He-Man?
Which I think is the animated new one that they came out. There's supposed to be a new Thundercats coming out.
What was his
And
name,
you guys are hearing it first from Pixel.
Better text your friend after.
But that would be awesome because the He-Man one was sick. It was good. So
Pretty good.
Did you ever say who you wanted to win?
He-Man.
He said He-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, there
Adam.
could be so many different possibilities. Like I think about like Tony the Tiger fighting like a
All the Rice
Spider-Man.
Krispies people.
Dang, that would be awesome.
All the cereal mascots?
cereal mascots.
And they have the same-
all
Sam.
They'd have
all the
like
fast food mascots.
oh
I like
and
that
then
one.
their secret
Burger
weapon.
King versus Ronald McDonald.
that would be so
Colonel
funny.
Sanders versus
Grimace just pounding.
Colonel Sanders.
Yonoid. You get Yonoid out there.
Yonoid. Domino.
Oh my God, that's a really good one.
I'm trying to wrap
I feel
some
like
things in
that
my
should
head.
exist if it
should.
doesn't.
That
Got
is
7 Up's
awesome.
the spot.
Would
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get the Wendy chick is in there?
And you can bring in the cereal. Oh yeah, Wendy's chick.
I wanted my beef.
Yo, that's
You got
actually
square ninja patties.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel called Raka Raka.
Yeah.
And actually, I highly recommend watching some of their older stuff. They're like really good cinema guys. That's what they've been known for on YouTube. And they have a whole series about Ronald McDonald when he fights people, but it's like R-rated to the core, like extra, like sexual stuff, hardcore brutality, tons of blood. Actually, to the fact that they were so good at what they did, they got picked up by Hollywood recently and made a horror movie. Because they were so good at what they did.
Wow.
It's like something about the hand. They talk to a hand and the hand grabs them and they have visions or something. I don't know. But yeah, that would be
Perfect.
Yeah.
awesome.
It would have to be really bloody, that game.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like the
You-
bloodier,
yeah,
like
yeah.
chopping limbs off, and like that
Like a
would be
celebrity
incredible.
death match style.
Yeah.
Eat each other. They cook each other up.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely-
ending
yeah,
death
definitely.
scenes.
Yeah.
They cook each other. Like that's the finishing move.
Dude,
Like
I
you
mean-
put them like through the Burger King fryalators.
Let's
Not fryalators, like
In-N-Out.
the In-N-Out.
Do they even have a mascot for
No.
In-N-Out? Like a tree or something?
No, a tree. Pretty much. The
I mean,
thing.
bro, but imagine Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's
Oh,
Big Boy.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
man.
he'd be in it.
Dude,
Yo,
these would be crazy matchups.
I liked what you said about cereal because who is it?
We
Captain
can
Crunch.
be
Captain
mascots.
Crunch.
I would pick Captain
Applejack
Crunch.
guy?
For cereal mascots. You know?
Smacks, the frog.
Yeah.
Who are
Kellogg's
who are
frog?
some of the big other ones? Okay, there's the Kellogg's cock.
Tony the
Applejack's
Tiger.
guy, the
Tony the Tiger.
Cinnabon.
Who?
The Applejack's guy, the cinnamon stick.
You can pick
Oh, the cinnamon toast crunch guy.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That
Yeah,
guy
the
Tiger,
bumblebee from
Cinnamon
Honey Nut
Toast.
Cheerios.
Uh-huh.
You know.
The bum.
Captain Crunch.
I would love to see the bumblebee
yeah.
get his butt kicked for some reason.
Bob and weave. You know.
Dude, there would be so many different type of mascots. I think like one game that does it well, like by incorporating like different characters into the game, is Mortal Kombat. When they incorporated those horror characters,
Yeah.
like they did like Leatherface, they did I think Jason, Freddy, and they did it pretty good. So, but I mean, like, who would be like another crazy mashup to fight like one of these different characters?
Well, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I like that like Call of Duty brought in, and I love or hate it. I know it's all DLC and downloads, and they're just nickel and diming you for microtransactions. But you know, them adding Rick Grimes. I mean, it's like, shoot, I would give you $10. Let me play as Rick Grimes and play a couple Walking Dead maps. Like, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
And did you know who else they have in the game? I don't know if you know this. Skeletor. You can be Skeletor.
I think my son told me that.
Yeah.
He told me they had him in there.
First skin I bought. I was like, all right, they sold me. Although I looked so dumb. I like watched it back and I could see myself. I'm like, I look so stupid.
And that's in Call of Duty.
In Call of Duty, the new one.
And he holds a gun, obviously.
Yes.
That's crazy.
They're easy to spot.
He was the only He-Man? Was he the only He-Man character?
Yes.
Just Skeletor.
Wow.
Skeletor's in there. Yeah. He's actually cool. Like his skin colors are cool and all that stuff. He was like one of the first ones when it came out.
You know, one of the big funny things, and Gabbo. So Gabbo, our buddy Gabbo, if you don't know him from the show, Pixel Game Squad, our other channel, he hates Fortnite. Like that's his thing. Like he hates it. And what makes him laugh is every time Fortnite brings on people, it's like his favorite series, and he gets so mad. He's like, he'll like send us like just like messages of Fortnite announces, you know, Ryu and Ken, and he's just like, no, like every text he's just pissed. And then it was like Master Chief, and he's like, my other favorite. Then it was like Walking Dead, and he's like, that's my other favorite. But like he's just like poor guy. But I feel like that's an interesting thing in the gaming sphere. It's like, at what point do we accept it as like, okay, it's micro, they're just trying to nickel and dime us, versus us feeling like fan service, right? Because there's a huge difference. Like, is it fan service?
I don't know. I mean, Fortnite does play to their community very well, right? So it's like they have two different styles. They didn't bring back their classic style. They wouldn't have brought a huge audience back. You know what I mean? Like the no build and all that stuff. Because you got those kids that are like hyper nerds that can build 1,000 things in a second, right?
I'm an anti-build guy there. I just
Yeah,
don't want
that's
to
what
play
I'm
it.
saying.
Like, you
build.
See, I would have fun
tower.
playing it if
I'm agreeing with Gabbo.
but they-
Gabbo.
Yeah, Gabbo, don't worry about
They
it.
do constant updating to their game, and unlike Call of Duty,
Now, are they charging for it?
not for the updates, no. But the microtransactions are just skins. They're not obviously going to add to your game. But if you really want to look cool, like as in Venom or something like that, or Spider-Man or Thor, you know, you might have to spend a little bit of money. But every game does that. You know what I mean?
Now,
You know,
Yeah.
Fortnite did play the Tetris ESPN special within the game in whatever that area is on their
Did
screen.
they really?
Yeah.
They did that.
They hit us up.
so you
yeah.
love Fortnite?
Big fan, yeah. I mean, I just don't like the building. I don't
Yeah.
like the building.
It's very difficult.
I'm just like, I don't even want to learn
Have
how
you
to
ever
do
tried
that.
building?
I don't like it. I literally got stuck. I started building up and I got stuck and everyone was shooting me. I was like, well, I don't know where to go.
All right, I'm out. Yeah.
All right, back in the day, it wasn't as bad until like these little cracked 14-year-olds got like really good.
It's fun to watch for like a second. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't even know what's happening.
It's just
you know?
for us back in the day. I mean, everyone
Shoot a person or you don't shoot a person. right?
classic old man, classic old gamer
on.
talk. But like back in our day, you had to earn it. That's all. That was the option.
Yeah, but like that's why you still enjoy Call of Duty, because it kind of stays kind of the basics.
Yeah.
Yes, they do have weapon imbalancing in some aspects, right?
Yeah,
and they take forever to update that, but it still feels like the same Call of Duty you're still playing, a little bit faster pace than back in the day.
I like it,
But I love
now.
it, right?
I
Like-
currently like Call of Duty again. It's been a long time since I've said that, but I
The
love it.
only
right
thing
now.
that sucks is they didn't update the maps, right? So now you're playing old maps, but I kind of enjoy the old maps more than I've liked any of the new maps.
My buddy Caden, a guy who helps us he's 15. He helps us ship our whatnot stuff. He sent me a picture yesterday. He was playing a round of domination with a hatchet only, and he got 99 kills.
Wow.
I was like, my gosh, child.
That brings me back to like when you can like run with a Magnum and you'd have that little knife with it, and you just go knife.
How about the days of being in a Call of Duty chat room in the 2000s?
Oh, it's the new. That was crazy.
You were your mom and
That's where steel mines were made.
Yeah,
I'll tell
yes,
you that.
true.
And one of these funnier like matchups that I was thinking, like imagine like it being like a Star Wars fighting like one of your favorite cartoons.
oh, Star Wars versus Star Trek, bro.
There you go.
That's the
there
day
you go.
old.
Yeah.
Like a franchise versus franchise, huh?
And they did have a few Star Wars fighting games. Or was it just one? Jedi
Did I write
Battles?
another one down?
But I
Was it
mean,
only
like
Jedi Battles? Was that the only one?
I think they might have had. I don't know if it was like anything like SNK Capcom type vibe with the fighting style, right? Do you think?
I never even really played that. Do you ever play that, Rick?
Which one?
The Star Wars Jedi Battles one on PS1? Anybody ever play
No.
that? No? Nobody played it.
Nope.
I
like
don't even
Jedi
know who the
Fallen Order.
characters that's in it. Well, that was a fighting game. It was Star Wars Jedi Battles. It was like a fighting.
Like
As far as like a
literally-
fighting game?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
Look it up. You're king of looking it up. I think it was.
I put Killer Instinct versus Powerpuff Girls in my notes.
Oh,
I don't know where that came from, but that was in my notes.
dude, that's actually kind of cool though. Could you imagine just like Cartoon Network characters like a Johnny Bravo fighting like a Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, yeah.
It'd be fun.
Did they ever do a Killer Instinct versus Mortal Kombat?
No crossover.
Have they
That would've
done
been cool.
Marvel versus DC?
I think so. I think they have.
Well, they had the what was the DC fighting game?
Injustice.
Injustice.
That was DC versus
Marvel.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. No,
I think it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat?
Kombat. I don't
This
think
reminds me of that Celebrity Deathmatch show, the claymation show.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They probably did all these things.
I'm gonna see if there's a Marvel versus DC video game. I feel like
Celebrity Deathmatch just reminds me so much of Robot Chicken. It's so spot on with it. Just like the comedy of it.
wait,
What?
I don't know. Marvel versus DC Clash of Heroes released in 2013.
Yeah, I think it was an Xbox 360 game, no?
Really? That's a thing? Wow. Who would you vote for, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Gotta go Marvel. Yeah.
Marvel all day.
I picked
I
DC.
hate DC. You're a DC guy?
I like it way better.
Oh my god!
They have Batman. There's nobody cooler than Batman.
But you guys
All
also
they have.
they also have Superman. That's
They
terrible.
also have Aquaman.
Oh, I know. But my Batman
Stud,
makes
though.
up
He's
for
stud.
everybody.
We got Tony
Batman
Stark,
is
bro.
awesome. I will
Tony
give you
Stark is-
Batman.
Tony Stark. I don't like Tony Stark. All right, who do I like in Marvel? Let me think.
Hulk, dude.
I hate Hulk. I
Are
think he's
you
so
kidding?
dumb.
You got Gambit. You got Wolverine.
Gambit's cool.
Magneto.
Gambit's the
Every
coolest one.
X-Men
Ghost
character
Rider?
is
Yeah, X-Men, there you go.
It's
Thank
the
you.
best.
But
Yes.
you know what? But I also feel like Ghost Rider is a very DC. What I always liked about DC is the dark about them. I was
he's
like
not there, though.
Dark. I know that's what I mean.
Well, the comics are like Marvel comics are more dark
In the
than
comics,
the show.
movies.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you.
Yeah, I think the movies. So I'm not a superhero guy. I don't know. You don't know me.
Totally no.
I'm not a superhero guy at all. I actually don't like superhero movies.
Just Batman. Yeah.
But I like it when it's more. I don't like them goofy. I like my superheroes to just be like, I'm gonna kill all of you, and that's it. Everything's revenge. That's what I want.
But
That's
Batman
why
doesn't
I
kill
love
anybody.
Marvel. Yeah, Marvel. Batman is different. Batman.
Okay, so who's the cool Marvel people that I would consider cool? Like Batman to me is cool.
Wolverine.
He's cool. But that's
Super
okay. So
cool.
X-Men. I think the X-Men are cool. I agree
Ghost
with that.
Rider.
Okay.
Silver Surfer.
Silver
Silver Surfer's pretty good.
He's not,
I like
I
the-
wouldn't
I
call
like the
him
game.
cool.
I
He's
like
bad.
I like the game, but I don't
Yeah.
like Silver Surfer. I hate the Fab Four, Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
Fantastic Four.
No, they were.
So we
lame.
just excluding like X-Men out of
Blade.
it then.
Blade is super cool. He's cool.
Blade is cool.
I mean,
Okay.
what about
Awesome.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. I like
Too
Spider-Man.
cheesy for me.
Yeah, kind of corny.
What?
He's a little corny.
It's corny for me.
That hurts me a little bit.
I like it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
corny.
Spider-Man's pretty much the Batman because neither one of them kill anybody. They catch the guys. You never see Batman kill anyone. You never see Spider-Man kill anyone.
Man, I just need a list of characters in front of me. I could just literally.
Who was the best Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Christian,
you know?
Christian
Yeah.
Bale. No way.
I do like Christian Bale a lot as Batman. I really do. But
just like the voice.
No, we're gonna end it on that one.
no, finish the whole entire segment saying goodbye in that voice, and don't stop. No, you have to.
Rachel, please subscribe to Pixel Podcast. Rachel,
Keep going.
I'm gonna need water. Anyway, guys,
He's struggling. I just drooled, dude. What the frick?
SoCal Gaming Expo is June 8th and June 9th. Rachel, please, the tickets will be linked in the description below, and Tetris World Championship will be the
And
7th.
remember, if you take away
The 9th.
anything, Dr. Mario sucks.
No.
Metal Gear is the worst game.
We're gonna get brutalized.
Yeah, and thanks, Vince, for being here, man. And
Thanks for having me.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Vince.
I sound like Hulk Hogan more than anything.
Oh, thank you, brother.